The war between Russia and Ukraine shows no signs of letting up, but diplomacy and military shifts are creating new fault lines in an already turbulent landscape. Ukraine and Russia recently exchanged 146 prisoners, each under the mediation of the United Arab Emirates, another small gesture of diplomacy amid enduring violence. On the diplomatic front, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance stated that Russia has made significant concessions toward a peace deal, including renouncing efforts to install a pro-Moscow regime in Kiev and accepting international security guarantees for Ukraine. At the same time, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov called for UN Security Council involvement in guaranteeing Ukraine's security. Yet Lavrov also emphasized that there's no summit with Zelensky planned, citing an incomplete agenda, and continued to question Zelensky's legitimacy for signing any peace agreement. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Russian forces claim to have captured 2 more villages in Donetsk, pushing toward the strategic hub of Kramatorsk. Even as fighting intensifies across multiple fronts in response, Ukraine launched a drone strike that led to a fire at a major Russian nuclear facility, cutting reactor capacity and raising serious international concern. These tensions come as UN recognized civilian casualties in Ukraine during the conflict exceed 15,400, including at least 569 children. Ukrainian infrastructure has also suffered heavily, with over 2,000 medical facilities, including more than 80 that specialize in maternal care, destroyed or damaged, adding pressure on both sides. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney indicated he cannot rule out dispatching peacekeeping troops to Ukraine, signaling growing international interest in stabilizing the conflict zone. President Trump has ramped up his rhetoric, issuing another 2-week deadline for Russia to make meaningful progress toward peace. He has also renewed threats of additional sanctions if little or no headway is made. Summarizing the current state, diplomatic engagement continues, but cautiously and with many caveats. While the war on the ground rages on, both sides have taken symbolic steps that suggest openness to compromise. But the reality remains brutal: substantial fighting,